Hello, everybody, and welcome to At the Picnic Season 2, Episode 16. We do have a guest today. You can't see him, but he's there, and we'll introduce who it is shortly. We're just having some connection problems. Danny, hello, and last week we had the Yay Cup, and Reg Manning, one of the favourites in the picnic circuit, won with anything but with Dylan Dean on board.
Back-to-back cups for those guys, so that was
Cups.
a terrific achievement as well. So definitely one for the storytellers. There's not many that can do a back-to-back cup these days with all the horses that are going around and the strength of our field. So it was really good to see for those guys. It's always good to see Reggie get up with a cup win.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to everybody involved. Yay got a great day off the ground. It's really good to see them get a couple of meetings off before the end of the season with all the trouble that they've had, and considering all the rain that was up that way not long ago. Fantastic day. The track held up brilliantly from all accounts. So congratulations to them.
Absolutely. Well done, everyone. We'll just quickly go through the leaders for the season so far. So leading picnic horse, we've got Understated leading from Sleeping Tiger, Red Stiletto, who's running in the Cup tomorrow, Willets and Centerfold Star. Then we go to the leading picnic trainer, and geez, it's close on top. Don Dwyer just in front of Troy Kilgour with Peter Foster and Rebecca Weymouth. And then leading jockeys, we've got Sean Cooper leading by 6 on 17 from Dylan Dean, from Lee Taylor, who we don't think is going to be riding anymore this season. So congratulations to all of them. So the trainers is very, very close between those two, Danny.
Yeah, it is. And look, it's always a bit of a tussle between those two. Peter Foster's having a great season, and Beck, with her limited amount of runners, is having an absolute cracker. So it's really good to see everybody going so well. The jockey's tail is definitely one to behold. Sean's had 58 rides, Dylan's had 53. So there's 17 and 11 respectively. So that's going to be one hell of a tussle. Lee, unfortunately, obviously due to his stack, and he won't be back this season. Grant, Tyson and Debbie, and it's very compact there on after. You got Grant and Tyson 7, Deb, Jazz, Craig and Caitlin all on 5 apiece. So yeah, it's very, very even and very, very solidly fought out this season, with a lot of people tossling for the same rides out of freelancing stables as such. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
But Will, just one thing, Craig Kilpatrick's had 11 starts for 5 wins, 4 seconds and a third, with a strike rate of 45.45. That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
It's an impressive strike rate, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, even Deb's, like, she's kicking around 25%. Yeah. Jazz is at 25%. Like, there's some ripping strike rates going on down there.
Good on her.
And Maddie Morris, she's had 15 rides for 3, 3 and 6. So, you know, there's plenty of good strike rates out there for people this season. Anyone who's punching around for percentages and so forth, it's pretty hard. Tough season, tough gig this year for everyone.
All right. We're going to introduce our guest. Unfortunately, we've got some video problems, but we can hear him. And we've got the wonderful Terry Mulcahy from Balnarring Racing Club, who, and Danny, you'll agree with me here, probably one of the nicest guys going around the circuit. Everybody loves going up and having a chat with Terry. Terry, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Danny. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight.
Good on you.
How are you, mate?
Going well, thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yes.
I was going to say, all ready for tomorrow. I'm tipping you guys would have a pretty packed crowd number heading for you, wouldn't you?
We certainly are. We're looking for a bumper crowd coming tomorrow. You know, work's gone on up there all week, getting the track and the surrounds in readiness. We were there. A lot of us were there at 7:30 this morning and didn't leave till something like 4 o'clock this afternoon. And the place looks a picture.
I'm sure it does. It does every Balnarring Cup day. As everyone knows, it's on Australia Day. It is one of the biggest picnic meetings. The overgrown barbecue, as I call it. It's and anyone who listens to Triple J will have the Triple J Hottest 100 going in the background somewhere. I know riding, I'd often canter past some of the parties on the fence line, and you could hear the Triple J Hottest 100 going on, and I used to call out to the crowd, "How are we going? What are we up to?" My favourite day on the radio. So yeah, good Good solid fields. How's your track holding up? What do we come up with so far?
We've got a good 4, and it's in perfect condition. Been a lot of work done to it. After the last meeting, we patched the track. We had a lot of people helping us, and it looks a picture. I've never seen it such a grass cover as we've got at the moment.
I must say, after a little bit of controversy in the last couple of years, you guys have bounced back absolutely superstars, and the track is holding up brilliantly this year. It's been a great deck for everybody to run on. I walked it last meeting, and I've got to say, I have not seen it looking so well in a long time. It's an absolute credit to all of you. Thanks to you guys and all the volunteers out there.
Yeah.
It's great to see.
The automatic watering system that we installed a couple of years ago has made all of the difference. It's taken a little while to work it out, but now the boys have got it worked out. Dave Cave and Michael Binney, who are look after the track, are doing an excellent job, and also the boys, the contractors who do the cutting of the track as well, marvelous job.
Oh, well done. Money well invested, guys. So have you sold all your marquees out?
Yes, there's probably 30 or 30 to 40 marquees tomorrow. All of our picnic tables have been sold, so that's 25 of those, and there's a heap of roped off areas. Plus, already today, our members have been in putting up their own marquees in the members' car park to make sure they get prime position.
Now,
Lucky
it's not windy because they'd blow away. Well done to everyone.
Well, over here at Balnarring at the moment, it is very, very still. There's not a breath of wind.
Beautiful.
Terry, you've got tomorrow your big day, your cup day, and there's been a lot of press for you about the cup and a particular horse that you and a lot of the committee are part of, Red Stiletto. And if people don't know the story, Dean Lester, before he passed away, said that if you can do one thing, can you win the Balnarring Cup? So there's no pressure on Sean Cooper tomorrow, is there?
No, not much at all.
None whatsoever. I'm not. I'm sure that Sean and Monica won't feel a pinch of it at all.
I'm just thinking, Sean, what if Sean hit the front and 20 feet full of horses coming up next to it? Do you really want to pass it and win? You know what I mean? To break everyone's party, but every horse is in it to win it. So
every rider out there wants to win it. So there's not a chance that that'll go through their heads at all, Paul. So it's only the spectators that come up with those fairy tales. The riders certainly don't. So Terry, this isn't your first ownership of a horse that's running the cup, is it? You've had a couple.
Yeah.
You've had
This is my first horse.
Oh, is it? I thought you'd had one previously.
No, my son has got a horse with Reese Goodwin, and this is the third one he's had with Reese. But this is my first foray into owning it or having a share in a racehorse.
Oh wow! How have you found it so far, apart from entertaining and lots of publicity?
Oh, look, it is terrific, and look, we've all gone along for the ride, and we've had a ball, and Hamish McLaughlin has been fantastic as sort of heading the syndicate, and he's just such a lovely bloke to go with it, and the fact that he won't be there tomorrow, he'll be in France, puts a little bit of a dampener on it, but it would be lovely if he was there because he would have shouted, I'm sure, if we'd have won.
You know what he can do tomorrow, Terry? He can connect to Casey Radio. And he could at least listen to the race. If you can just listen to that through the internet.
Yeah, we've got some things organised that he's going to be. Ben Spall, the caller, has got things organised so that it will be going back to Hamish in France.
That's great.
That might be a New Year's resolution, or next picnic season resolution. We'll have to drag Hamish off to the picnic.
Absolutely.
Yes, without a doubt.
Get him out for a day out.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit of background on you've been with the club, I'm not even game to guess at how many years. You guys have done a great job and been very heavily involved with the committee for quite some time, but can you give us a little bit of your background for us?
I've been involved with the club for just on 25 years. I went to the races one day, not long after I shifted to Balnarring full time, and went to the races and thought this is good. And I ended up going to the annual general meeting, and I was shanghaied, I suppose, onto the committee.
Yep.
And that was when Peter Spiker and Neil Heathcote were at the helm, and
Yep.
it's just been a terrific ride. I've been, vice president, president for 5 years after Peter Spiker, and I just relinquished that the other year. 5 years is long enough for a president. You want new blood coming through, and that's what we've got at Balnarring. We've got some real young fellas coming through now on the committee, and they're right up with it, and they're doing a fantastic job.
And Dean's the
How's it
president
been?
at the moment,
Yeah.
who unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. So we appreciate you, Terry, jumping on for him. Just a little birdie told me.
That's Brendan.
Yep. A little birdie told me, Terry, that you have been a very hard worker over the years, getting many grants for the club.
Oh, yes,
I think you probably know who told me that.
Look, you've got to try and get these things, and we have improved all of the facilities for the public. Most of the toilet blocks that are out there in the public area came from grants. The children's playground was from a grant. The shade sails that we put up, they were all grants, and also we just recently had a grant from the Bendigo Bank to get our new picnic tables and do up all of our picnic area, which has come up a treat.
Fantastic. I've just got one last question for you, Terry, and then I know Danny's got to shoot you through. The question I always ask on the show: who do you vote for on the footy, Terry?
I'm a mad Demon supporter.
Oh, you're a Melbourne man. Good stuff, mate.
Always have been, always will be.
And Toby, your son, is a Melbourne supporter as well?
Toby's a Melbourne supporter as well, yes.
He had no say in it?
No say in it whatsoever.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you. Thanks, Paul.
All right. So look out, you're over to me now. So with Toby, does he get out and give you a hand at the club?
Yeah, Toby loves coming up and helping, and he really does love helping up there. And Toby went to a special school over at Rosebud called Gen U, and he doesn't go there anymore. But now we still use the boys from Gen U who come over and do it with their work party and do a lot of work for us at the race course, and it is fantastic to have them there.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great for them to be coming over to give us all a hand.
And those
initiatives, it is really, really good.
Those initiatives, as you know, Terry, are fantastic for people like that because it makes them feel important out in society.
Absolutely. You know, they get on the whippersnippers and they can do so much work in, 4 of them can do so much work in 4 hours, that we don't have to have our other contractors doing. And they just love it. And, we look after them and give them a bit of lunch and so forth. And it all works well for everybody.
Good on you.
Geez, I might have to talk to them about coming and painting some fences for me.
Well, they did do a lot of painting at the race course at one stage. We got hold of a lot of seats, and they came from the New South Wales Government Railways, and they were painted a horrible bluey colour. But the boys came over and painted them all, into a lovely Brunswick green, and you see them around the grounds now, and they look really, really smicko.
Oh, they've done a great job of those, yeah. So what other things do you guys have going on through the race club during the season? You've obviously Balnarring Cup Day is your biggest meeting. What's your biggest crowd? What's your other biggest days?
The other biggest day is the December meeting, which, is usually the first or second Saturday in December. With that, it's become nearly as big as the Balnarring Cup, because so many companies come down and have their Christmas breakups, Christmas parties, and now lots of families are coming and having marquees and having their Christmas parties down there as well. That works very well. The other very good meeting that we have is the Easter meeting, when we have our fashions on the field, and we got some terrific prizes for that. We've teamed up with a friend of mine from Port Douglas, who owns a couple of Airbnbs in Port Douglas, and he
Look
set
out.
up a
Hello.
first prize, for 6 nights to Port Douglas for the winner of Fashions on the Field, which is a great prize to win.
Absolutely. And anybody who's been up that neck of the world during our winter knows how lovely it is. I only just missed you up there this year.
That's right. Yes, I was up there
Yes.
for 5 weeks. And,
That seems to be where
thoroughly enjoyed it.
all you rich horse racing people seem to end up at Port Douglas. And I know that.
No, I went to Cairns, so I'm definitely not part of that category, but it's a nice part of the earth, let me tell you.
And I know, Terry, that you've caught up with the Bonds a couple of times up at Port Douglas.
That's right. Well, really in Cairns or around there, and we had them with the house. I was house sitting last year when I was up there. We had the Bonds round for a barbecue one day, and it was just a lovely day.
Yep.
Always good to catch up with them. They're a great pair of people.
They
Fran
really
and Peter.
lovely people. Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So we'll fire off a couple of other ones. Favorite place to eat out?
Favorite place to eat out? Again, in North Queensland, probably the Ellis Beach Bistro.
Nice.
which I think it's been after the cyclone the other week. I think it's been washed away, I'm afraid.
No.
After they've done a whole heap of renovations to it, and but I think they're in trouble. But that is a lovely place to eat.
All right, what's your favourite food closer to home?
Favourite food? I love Japanese food. I work for a Japanese company, and I've been to Japan about 10 or 12, 15 times. And I just love their food. I really do. Yes.
So what is your other job?
For many years, I worked in the printing industry.
Yep.
I was in the printing industry for 45 years, until suddenly one day I was given the pink slip, and and then since then I've been working at Daisy's Garden Supplies in Carrum
Nice.
Down. Yes.
Yep.
And just
Know where
working
they
behind the counter, helping out, and thoroughly enjoying myself. Just a couple of days a week.
So what do you do with Toby when you're at work?
Toby's out with one of his carers.
Yep.
He is funded through the NDIS scheme, which is terrific. And Toby loves going out to play golf or going for walks. He's an avid walker. He walks 8 to 10 kilometres a day.
Wow.
Loves going bowling. Lots of things they do. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yep. Beautiful. So what's your favourite pastime after work, and when you're out and about to do something? What do you like to get out and do?
Perhaps a bit of a walk, or just listening to some really good music. Carole King, somebody like that, just relaxing stuff, and reading. I'm an avid reader.
What do you got? What do you got on the go at the moment?
I'm reading a book, and I've just forgotten the name of it, but it's about the history of North Queensland. I'm really struck with North Queensland. In a past life, when I worked in the printing industry, I worked in Townsville for 7 years, and that's when I fell in love with North Queensland.
Wow.
And anything to do with North Queensland, I like.
Speaking of Townsville, Terry, my sister lives up there, and Cyclones, they've got a cyclone in Category 3 about to hit them tonight. So
yes, I know.
So all the best to everyone up there. It's just been awful, North Queensland.
It's been horrible up there this year. They've been absolutely smashed from pillar to post. So yeah, I know I've been in touch with a couple of friends that are up that way, as well as Peter and Fran, obviously from Picnic Bed.
Yep.
To sort of check out how everybody's going. But every time you flick the news on, there's some sort of massive weather system about to smash into them. So been very
That's
ordinary.
right.
So our thoughts are with everybody up there, and I hope they're all staying safe. So, a
That's
favourite
right.
holiday destination's nearly worthless on you because it's Japan and Queensland.
North Queensland. That is. Let's get that right. Yeah.
That's right.
Anything above Mulcahy.
Rightio.
Yep.
So what about Toby? Has he got a favourite holiday destination with you?
Well, Toby loves coming to North Queensland. He's been there a number of times, but we're going on a bit of a trip at the end of February. Toby and I are going to Adelaide for a couple of days, and
Nice.
he loves train travel, so we're going over on the train, which will be
Beautiful.
something a little different. Yes,
That'd be great.
yeah.
Beer, wine, or spirits? Sorry, I'm
Wine.
reading. Wine.
No,
Have you
that's
got
all
a
right.
favourite?
Wine. A prosecco from the King Valley, either by Del Zotto's or Pizzini's.
Yep.
Nothing
Oh,
like
okay. That's different. Favourite food to eat out with?
As I said before, Japanese probably.
Sorry, I've just reread my second question. That's why. It has been one of those weeks. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, so apart from your horse in the Balnarring Cup, what do you think is your main danger for the Cup Day meeting?
I must admit I haven't had a look at them. I've been too busy doing other things, getting things done up at the race course, and I'm just going to let things run. You know,
Fair enough.
if Stiletto doesn't win, we've had a terrific time. We've all enjoyed the ride, the run along, and the camaraderie with everybody, and it's just been fantastic. And if we
that's
don't
what
win,
racing's about.
win it. Yep. Exactly, and that's what picnic racing is about, and that's what so many people miss.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter where you go, nothing can beat the camaraderie that comes across with picnic racing. It's just fantastic. So
that is for sure.
Have you got any favourite memories from Balnarring Racecourse while you've had your time there?
Probably the day that Susie Wilkes arrived or came as our special ambassador, and I think there was we stopped counting at 10,000 people. It was just one of those unbelievable days. Yeah.
What an amazing crowd.
Yeah, that was when we used to park cars in the centre of the course.
Yep.
But logistically, it is just too hard to do. And
so
that was a thing. I'm sorry.
That's your phone ringing, Terry.
Yeah, that was my phone ringing. Yeah, sorry about that.
I like the ringtone.
Need to message him back and say, look, I'm a celebrity at the moment, so you have to ring back later.
Brilliant. Oh, that's gold. How on earth did you fit 10,000 people in the joint? That would have been amazing.
With great difficulty, let's put it that way. But there were many people on the inside of the course, who never ever came across the track into where all of the members and everything is. But it was a huge day.
I remember that day, Terry, and I remember on the normal near the winning post, it's always packed there anyway. It was that packed. All these guys had their girlfriends up on their shoulder. So as they just saw the videos of all the horses crossing the line, all you saw was all these girls up on their boyfriend's shoulders. It was hilarious.
That's right. Yeah. Susie Wilkes that day was absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
She was a wonderful ambassador. She signed so many autographs. She just did not stop.
Fantastic.
Nothing was a worry to her. It was absolutely fantastic.
That's great, mate.
That's fantastic.
It's a pity that they, that side of things stopped. Where they, there's no Australia Day ambassadors anymore, and well,
we can't go too far into that, Terry. We know. We know. So whatever happens, it's still Oh, look, I don't have any horses in tomorrow, Terry, but I'll be there with bells on, mate. That's how good the day is.
Fantastic. We look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks, mate.
I must say, one of my most memorable days, and I can't remember who I was pulling up with, whether it was Lee Taylor or Adam Bodie, but it could have been. We've come past the winning post on the first race. We're pulling up round the back. We're near the Stewards Tower over the backside, just before the 1200 metre start, and we've heard this massive boom, and there was a gas bottle barbecue that had blown its lid, and it was a massive, like there was 30-foot flames in the air. Do you remember that day? That was after the first race. Yeah,
that was incredible. Yeah, we had. It was a fantastic photo in the Weekly Times of that. Of the flame coming out of the gas cylinder, and we have that up in the club rooms, and the Weekly Times put up on there Balnarring's 30 minutes of flame. It was a terrific heading.
Now, Terry, you didn't mess around with that gas bottle so that could actually happen, did you?
Oh, look, it was the funniest thing you've ever seen. These girls didn't set it up properly. Of course, it caught fire. The fire brigade were down.
I just remember hearing the bang over the back of the racecourse, and
God.
whoever I was with just looked around and gone, "Get a load of that!" It was massive.
Yeah. The other funny part of it was the fire brigade were there, in the driveway,
Volunteers at the gate.
Yep.
Volunteers. But the tanker was empty, so they had to send another tanker from Hastings to help extinguish the fire. It was a very, very funny day. Yeah.
As long as everybody was all right, mate, because I suppose it could have been a dangerous situation.
Right. Yeah. And Danny, you will probably remember the other day at the start of the Balnarring Cup when they pulled the starting stalls off the track when we used to have the 2,000 metre start for the Balnarring Cup. And
correct me if I'm wrong. I reckon the last one of them over the 2,000 was back in about 2015, if I remember rightly.
That would be about right, yes.
I won the last one because I crawled on the horse that I was riding, Immortal Fire, and I beat Bodie on Yolanda Be Cool, and I reckon that was the last year that we had the 2,000 metres.
Yep. I think that would have been that time, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember when we used to have to pull the barriers off the track, but yeah, there was a problem that year, wasn't there?
Yeah, I can remember they pulled the barriers off the track and the drawbar broke. And we were lucky enough to get one of the local there who had a welding set, came round to the course and welded it back on, and off we went. And I think we only lost about 20 minutes.
It was.
And Gary Buckley shook his head and couldn't believe that we could do something like that.
Only at the picnics.
That's it.
Only at the picnics. Exactly.
Absolutely. So, how long have we got, Paul?
We have got just on 3 minutes, Danny.
I thought we were close. So, anybody who is looking for a ripping day out, by all means, get down to Balnarring tomorrow. It is just the best day. There's always. Have you guys got stuff for the kids again this year? You had a great setup for the kids last year.
We've got a fantastic setup for the kids. We've got to start off with. We have Kelly Sports, who are just terrific at. We've got Funky Farm with Chris Simons coming with his animals. We've got face painting, and we've got a roving entertainer as well. From one of the services, and plenty of things. We've also just this week put in for the really young children a couple of sand pits up near the playground. So for the little kids who can't get on the swings, they'll have a chance to play in the sand pits, which was something I saw. I think it was at Merton. They did the same thing, and I think that'll work out really well for them. And
you've got your Lions Club as well. There's always good food there. You got your coffee. I think it's called Brew It, is it called?
Brew It, I think, yeah. And we've got a second coffee van there tomorrow.
Okay.
So there won't be such a hold up for your coffees.
Yep.
To get your fix.
Fantastic.
Get there in the morning.
It's definitely very busy down there.
Yep.
It's going to be a massive day.
It certainly will be a massive day, and we look forward to seeing everybody coming along and just having a great day at the picnics.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Terry. It's been an absolute pleasure. It was a bit of a rush to get it organised the last couple of days, and we know you've been busy all day, and we really appreciate you joining us. And I know tomorrow's going to be successful. It always is, mate. And look forward to catching up and having a chat with you, mate. You're always a busy man, but what I love about you, Terry, is you go, I don't have time to chat now, but we'll be back in a minute, and you always find that time, mate. You're a real people's person, and we love you immensely, mate.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the opportunity to come on tonight. Thanks, Danny. We'll see you tomorrow as well.
Thanks, Terry. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. Say hi to Toby for us. Good luck to everybody
Certainly
this
will.
weekend. Safe riding. And don't forget we've also got Healesville on Saturday as well. So
we do have Healesville Saturday.
Massive double header. So
all right. Thank you to Picnic Bet.
Very good.
Thank you to Picnic Bet.
Didn't sort of chat much about Healesville. Thank you, Picnic Bet. Thanks everybody. Stay safe. See you later.
All right. See you all later. Thank you, Terry. See you, mate.
Thank you.